We're gaming, folks. We've got T1 versus Kenix. T1 is a relative newcomer, but they were in my pools, and they have impressed me with some good results so far. Kenix is a more experienced Smogon player, who I've seen around quite a bit. Let's see how this set unfolds, folks. And we've got a Lanturn immediately, coming in on Zapdos, and that's a disaster. The Zap could sub-pass to a Doug, and that it does. And Lanturn has achieved nothing, folks. Lanturn gang, you're in shambles right now. Lanturn has done nothing for you. But you do get the free turn on this DD Salamence to boost up. But Suicune's going to check that very easily. In comes Gengar, taking a crit Ice Beam on the way in. You got nothing better against Suicune? And a crit Thunderbolt. It goes both ways. Is this a Pursuit Tyranitar? That would be uncharacteristic, I feel like. We'll never know. Well, we might know in a moment, but for now we don't know. It's got leftovers. That's some information. We're probably going to see a nice rock slide. That was a beautiful rock slide on the Zap. Zap trying to come in on either Mash or EQ. In comes Moltres, threatening this Jirachi. We're going to see like an overheat. Perhaps a Roar. Jirachi luckily does not have Thunderbolt, luckily for T1. Forcing in the Doug, and Doug could do some stuff here. Whoa. Moltres went for the HP Grass. That was a bold move, because Doug could have easily Rock Slided there. Predicting that Kenix would actually EQ the incoming Metagross. That was the prediction. Or just sacrificing the Molt, because you don't mind, either way. Now this Breloom right here is going to earn a free sleep. And that could be a problem. You've slept on Skarm. I guess that's a decent thing to go to sleep at this point, looking at the matchup. I mean, that should be fine. Shrugging off that Focus Punch reasonably with the Salamence. And are we going to DD up? This is a great Dragon Dance position. I wonder if you... Tyranitar might be bulk invested and live that? No, not quite. Depends on Salamence's attack investment too. This Jirachi will probably live though. No, not... That's a very offensive Jirachi then. Doesn't even live. Nice opening game from T1. Let's go to game 2. And a Charizard lead is bold. I don't love Charizard lead. I feel like it's got bad matchups into like Zap Tyranitar, Suicune. Doesn't feel like it has great lead matchups, but to each their own, folks. You're going to lose 50% of your health for no good reason either. This is exactly why I think Charizard lead. It's not the best. Into the Tar lead, you're just in a terrible position immediately. But you have scouted that it's a physical Tar with Rock Slide, and therefore Swampert is solid. And you do get a nice chunk of damage on the incoming Blissey with Earthquake too. And you go Metagross on what is obviously a Skarm switch in. And now you get Charizard back in a solid spot. But you only got one more sub in the tank. You could sub here, and Kenix is an experienced player, knows what's happening, clicks Whirlwind. Should be Raw, but whatever. Goes for Toxic. T1 with a Lifeline. Dodging the Toxic. Goes for the bold Focus Punch. I like it. Good move. Decent chunk on Arrow. That could be relevant. This Charizard, however, has not had the best of luck in this game thus far. Here's Metagross. I hope you double to Charizard right now. That would be smart. You did it. I'm in your head, T1. I know what you're thinking. That was a good move. And nice HP Grass. That chip on Gengar could be huge. That doesn't look like much, folks, but Gengar's EV to live a lot of hits from full. Aero Rock Slide can now KO. Oh, terrible freeze. You hate that. You hate that. Nice go back Charizard, though. Getting more value out of this Charizard than I expected with a Rocky opener. Blaze Boosted Fire Blast should do decent damage here. Imagine if you punched there. That's a hard move to do, but that would have been so epic. And gonna go out with a bang. Bringing Tyranitar very low. And you do have a Breloom in the back. Interesting structure. I don't usually run Aero without spikes or like Mag Celebi type thing, but suppose it can be okay. You went for the Mark Punch. And just a Focus Punch, which does take out Tyranitar. Kenix was trying to tank Sleep there so that the useless Tyranitar would at least serve some purpose. That's HP Fly, I imagine. And Swamp are going to go down. It was frozen anyway, so a good thing to sacrifice. Luckily, you have a Metagross to help you versus Aero. Although it looks like a banned Metagross. Didn't, or it's Agility Lum or something. You go Rachi on the Ice Beam. Good move. I really hope you don't get frozen again. That would be unfought. Now, is this a sub-CM Rachi? Because if it is, it's primed for a big moment right here. Could even win the entire game. It is not, though. Flamethrower just nails the Breloom. Damn. Insane. In comes Meta. On its last legs, potentially. It looks like banned Meta based off that damage. Probably spamming Mash is the best course of action here. Aero could still clean up, but then you have to speed tie with enemy Aero. Kenix does have a Swampert, which is at 77% right now, so that's a tough one. Banned Meta is forcing the issue here, of course. That Mash miss is terrible. That's terrible. Blissey quite low. You do Calm Mind, expecting a Protect, but Kenix is on top of it. With an intelligent and astute Whirlwind. Goes for Protect that time. Now another Mind Game. Look how much Chip Heal Skarmory's getting. What a messed up Pokemon. Doesn't Protect though. Jirachi with a big Thunderbolt. Kenix playing around Calm Mind that time. Guesses incorrectly. And Mash will finish off Skarmory at this stage. Double Protect. Mash would have missed anyway, I guess. But now, I think Skarm is like 1% off, and another Mash miss. I guess when you're spamming it so much, it's going to miss. Can't be too mad about that. Necessarily. Goes for the Psychic, which actually gets a defense drop on Blissey, which is pretty good. And pivots in Aero on the Flamethrower. Nice move. Nice move. The only issue is this Swampert is such a problem. But Rock Slide was a good move there. I think Kenix expected a double edge. Now Skarm is in range of literally a slight breeze. Going Rachi's pretty dangerous. Aha, looks like it's Surf. Probably no... I was going to say no Earthquake, I was wrong. Often the set is Surf, Toxic, Protect, Refresh. This one does have Earthquake though. And it's all up to Aero really, but I don't think it's doable because you lock into double edge and then they can just go Gengar. Yeah, this should be over. Aero locks into something and Kenix has a response for every outcome. And it's over. That was a close one though. That was... I mean, not really actually. Now that I'm looking at it, Kenix has 4 to 0. But it was an exciting one. You made it interesting, T1. And this is another Skarm vs Zap lead matchup. For a moment I was nervous that I clicked the same game twice, but no. Kenix with a Toxic on turn 1, and there's some bold moves here from both sides. Swampert, T1 is identifying that this Zap probably doesn't have HP Grass. Because it's Toxicking. And it's quite bulky as well. It does have HP Grass the whole time though. Even I was tricked. He was playing as if he didn't have it. Is the set suggested he didn't have it? And yet here we are. And Charizard comes in on that. Wow, with the Thunderbolt though. That was nutty. That was such a good play by Kenix. What the hell? HP Ghost, that probably was. No, because it's neutral on Tyranitar, so that's Hidden Power something. I don't even know what Hidden Power that is. Wouldn't be Bug. Bug would be super effective. And Doug is going to eliminate this Breloom. Man, Kenix kind of owned there, I'm going to be honest. That was... I'm sorry, T1. You got a bit owned there. But this Salamence DD could spell disaster for Kenix, I will say. Probably HP Flying is the better move because, yeah, exactly. Swampert's just going to come in. HP Flying, you at least get some chip off. It's still winnable for T1. Salamence is a good win condition to have, and nice pivot into Skarm. You can spam spikes. Maybe you toxic the incoming zap here. Didn't go for it, but that's okay. Maybe it's Peck Scum. And is this a toxic? No. Spamming spikes. Okay. Going for the Salamence plus spikes win con here. Sure. Could work out. If you got Aero in the back, you're very well positioned. But otherwise, this Zapdos is going to be a huge issue. I think if you just clicked Toxic earlier, you'd be in a way better spot. And, oh, lucky flinch though. Slower, bulkier Zap with HP Grass. And weird switch to Starmie. There must have been an intent there that I didn't understand. I think maybe you were thinking they go Swampert, trying to preserve Zap. But, and then you have this Starmie and it's better for you, but didn't work out that way. And now you're in real trouble. You do at least have Refresh here, but Swampert I think is going to be a little too hard to handle. Nice Earthquake. And Metagross just going to blow up, and with Salamence only, I think you're effed. I think it's all over. Swampert might lack Ice Beam, maybe. But even then, you're going to get defeated by... maybe not. Don't you have HP Flying? Maybe it's a different... Maybe it's an odd set. No, I think this one's over. You're going for more dances. And Kenix didn't even have to protect. Probably going to protect this time. And T1, slowly but surely, gonna go the way of the dodo. Both these players are 2-1 though, so Kenix progressing to the next round with a 3-1 record to the bracket stage. T1 has one more chance to get in with a 2-2 record now. Can they do it? Will they do it? We'll have to stay tuned, folks. Thank you for watching. And thank you to the donators. We do have some new donations. Reg Ice Gamer with $20 and no message, but Reg Ice Gamer, thank you kindly. Captain L with $10 US. Leonard is the best. Leonard is better than all the rest. Well, isn't that the truth? Shoutouts to Leonard. And lastly, we have Antenna with $10. Says, and there's been a common theme in recent donations, I will say, but I digress. Help! My home is under constant barrage by the past paradox form of Executor, Palm Yoke, and its enraged army of sun-boosted Entei. Where it managed to recruit such a hard herd mystifies me, but either way my humble abode will surely crumble soon. Goodbye, everyone. Non-stop tragedies in this community, I must say. I really hope you guys sort all these issues out. All I can give you is my thoughts and prayers. Thank you, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.